on Twitter yet, I really don't know what you're waiting for. I really don't know what's the holdup. If you ever want more PvP every day, feel free to follow me because I'm out there fighting every motherfucker every single day, non-stop. It's honestly kind of hilarious
drama, honestly.
How much beef per second I can generate with how much hate and vitriol I have for lying-ass content creators on this fucking platform.
He's been
so in case you live under
having a lot
rock,
of that.
there's a new pathetic piece of shit on the internet by the name of Riley CS. We've all heard of them. That's a joke. Nobody's heard of them. They only get 40 viewers on Twitch. You have not heard of them. That's okay,
never
though,
heard of them.
because we have another desperate content creator cheating for views. And their profile is, I believe, a small little girl with their profile being Aimer Girlfriend. Very cool. Twitch Riley CS, and they say, the most locked-in Catgirl you'll ever see in Battlefield 6. Yes.
Let's see.
Wondering why this is pissing everybody off. Well,
so before it starts, just a bit of a background. I used to play competitive COD 4 back in my day, and I was playing it very competitively. I joined competitions. I did like LANs. I did like screams online, stuff like that. So I can definitely say that I fairly know what I'm talking about, or I can immediately spot a hacker if I see it in one look. It's quite obvious when you see, the difference between someone who really knows what they're doing in the game by, the movements, the aim, the awareness, stuff like that. And then you can see the difference between hackers. Now, it's very easy to spot. It's not very hard to see. Yeah, I mean, let's just see how this guy aims, and then I will do a quick breakdown and to tell you guys if I personally think if this person is hacking or not, because I would immediately know. Trust me, I would immediately know.
Well, let me tell you why this is. This is Battlefield 6.
Yeah.
This game just came out. It's currently taking over the internet. It's an open beta. Everybody's allowed to try it. And welcome to another genre of people who will do absolutely anything for views. They're ugly as fuck in real life, so they're gonna
look. So unfortunately, a lot of FPS gamers, they will do anything in order to grow in the space because the FPS space is so over congested. I think there was an incident with Disguised Toes. He did a competition, and then there was for Valorant, and then there's this Korean girl who was so good at the game. Turns out, well, he was a hacker, and he wasn't even a girl. It was a dude with an AI face of a girl. Amazing, right? But the space is so over congested, and people are just trying to stand out as much as possible. They would do anything to stand out, and even when it's view botting or if they're hacking, but I think FPS is the hardest to hack because there's a lot of people who are very good at FPS games, and the moment they see this, they would immediately know if you are hacking or not. But anyway, I still haven't got to see the gameplay. I want to see.
To be an internet cat girl, and they're terrible at video games, so they're gonna use aimbot in this clip. And if you'd like to see, let's find out. Here we go.
Oh my god, you did follow me in Delta Force era. That was so long ago.
Why is it so... Whoa.
Oh my god, what the fuck? That was nuts.
Here we go.
Okay, I know what he's gonna say. That is extremely sus already. Let me just go back just one step. I just want to see this first few kills. It's quite...
That was so long ago.
Let me just see the first few kills. Yeah, let me just double check that.
Oh my god, you did follow me in Delta Force era.
I mean, so far.
Long ago.
How do you know?
Oh my god, what the fuck? That was nuts.
Here we go. Did you see it?
Actually, I know some people who like troll. He could have been aiming, but okay, let's just double check that 1 second back. Let's just see this.
Oh my god, what the fuck? That was nuts.
Here we go.
Okay, yep. No, yep. No. Yes, it's seeable. I thought at first he was kind of trolling, like how some people, they like to troll, like for example, when they kill someone on the right. they will flick over to the left like they're aimbotting just to rage bait or to farm clips.
What? I shot through bro's body.
Oh, what the f?
What?
That's crazy.
She kind of just gave that away. I am going cap.
He's 100% has a wall hat.
Acting like a hacker is back.
But if he was actually doing that, he wouldn't have done the second clip, which is this. So you can see it here. Yes.
Did you see it?
One. So he went here. So first he goes to this guy. He kills this guy, right? And then he flicks over to this side, right? He flicks here, but he flicks again to where the guy is. So if he wasn't hacking, if he was just baiting, I would say, or if it's harder for him to tell, is he would flick to the left and he would focus on this side. He wouldn't focus back up to where the guy actually is. He would have stayed focused to this side right here. Because I'll be honest with you, sometimes when people start calling me hacker in COD, I would start flicking just to piss them off. But I usually use sound, like footsteps is basically my best friend. But I would never be able to flick. Wait, hold on. I would never be able to flick twice to hit him right on the spot. You see that? 1, 2. So it may seem here. Yep. Okay. So it may seem at this very moment that he probably has a pedal, probably like a key to turn on the aimbot and turn it off, which is as very normal. It could be like a pedal or something. So what he does is he hits the pedal once and it will aim at where the guy is initially, and then he lets go of the pedal, obviously, or whatever he's using. So the aim would only zoom him to a point where the guy was initially, where the aim found him, but then he clicked the pedal again and then it focused on him. So this is usually how hackers will do it. It's very common in the COD space. I've seen this many times. Just this one clip is a big red sus. I would already flag this guy. But the first few kills in the front here, these kills are actually doable. I would say it's not very hard. You just need good tracing, you know, and reflexes.
Let's find out. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you did.
This is okay. This is normal. That was normal.
Ago.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that little flick there is a little bit sus. Either he has like super good, and he also has very steady hands, because that was like a flick in flick. You'll be able to see, like, you know, when you focus down on someone, even though you have very good reflexes and very good control, you will still need to bounce up a little bit. Like when you aim, yeah, you need to focus up. But I feel like he did not do that at all. Yeah.
Oh my god! What the fuck? That was nuts!
Or his aimbot actually... You can actually see his aimbot actually failed him a little bit. You see that? So if you see that, the aimbot was actually trying to figure out which one to shoot first. The guy in front of him or the guy in the back. It kind of zigzagged a little bit. See, it was like fucking glitching out a little bit because it didn't know where to shoot. It's still, I mean, any normal player in this instance, they would shoot the guy in front of you. Why would you aim at the guy at the back for a few like a split of a second and go back to the guy in front? So it tells me that his aimbot was not sure which to aim, but eventually after a split second thought, it aimed the guy in front. Because you see that. You see that? You see that? You see that? Ah, there we go. There we go. There we go. The aimbot. Oh, the aimbot aimed the guy at the back and then hit him in the front. You see that? Yep. There we go. Yeah, this guy's hacking. This guy's fucking hacking. This guy is hacking. He's hacking his balls off. His cat balls off if he even has balls. This guy. Fuck this guy, man. It only took me a few clips and I can immediately tell this guy's hacking. But again, because in any logic in this current situation, it's the other guy behind him is not aiming him. the guy in front of you is aiming you. So why would you aim the guy at the back, aim the guy at the front? There is no way. You cannot tell me that, you know, you thought you killed the guy in front of you because he obviously wasn't dead. It's not possible. His aimbot failed. It aimed the guy at the back and hit the guy in the front. 100%. You see that? Yeah, exactly that. It was literally a split-second fail, and then immediately you can tell. See, he's aiming the guy at the back. Why would you aim the guy at the back when the guy's in front of you?
Oh my!
This guy is
we
a
go.
fucking fraud.
Nuts!
Here we go.
Hacking.
Did
That
you
one
see
also is a big one.
Wow,
Oh,
I flicked straight
boy.
at that guy through the wall. Oopsie.
Oopsie.
Did you see it?
Fuck, that was nuts!
No, this guy fucking failed.
They snapped to a player
Yep.
through a wall and traced their movement through a wall. And
Yeah, okay, so another thing about top level players, I've met a lot of top level players who literally look like they're hacking, but I've seen them play in LAN. They are they play like aimbots because, again, as I mentioned, players like us, COD players like us, we focus a lot on audio, footsteps, gun reloads, grenades being unplugged. Back in COD 4, that was your best friend. You know, you didn't have heat-seeking equipment, or you didn't have, like, I don't know, whatever you have nowadays. It was purely just sound, movement, all that stuff. It is possible to aim people through the wall. Also with very, very extremely good game sense. You know, you can sort of like guess because you played the game so many times to the point that you know the guy's to your left. So you just immediately spin and shoot him in the face. And that was a very common thing where the only way to find out if this person was really good is when you see them in LAN. And I have played with some of the best snipers in the game in my region, you know, and I've seen them play like that. And I used to play like that as well. All about sound. Now, again, as I mentioned, it could have been, debatable if it was a hack. If he just clipped to the wall once and then sort of went out and saw the guy come out, then he, sort of traced towards him. But he clipped once and he clipped twice and he was right on the guy. Immediately you can tell it was a hack. And also the previous game, as I've said it many times, the guy was in front of him and there was one behind him. Somehow the aimbot, for a split of a second, was confused which one the aim was. So he aimed at the guy at the back, but immediately swapped to the guy in the front. And that is not a very common thing that a human being does. The thing you should be aiming first is the guy in front of you, no matter how pro you are. Unless sometimes, maybe the guy in front of you is looking away from you. So there's no point killing the guy in front of you, right? It's better to kill the guy behind him so that he will, in front of him, so that he will, you have a split second to kill the other guy who's in front of you. Because the other guy needs to spin around and still aim you and realize what's going on. But no, in this situation, it was a one-on-one. Instead of the aimbot hitting the guy in the front, it glitched for a second, decided that he wanted to hit the guy at the back, and then it swapped to the front. 100% hacker.
The internet is hoping so hard. They said, there's a mini-map, right? Yeah.
That's not how mini-maps work. No.
Their verticality.
No.
Horizontal degree. And trace them through unless they have x-ray vision, you can't see someone through a rock. You can't trace their movement through a rock. And by the way, to anybody with above room temperature IQ, we all know this is aimbot. We all know this is wall hacks. It's very fucking simple.
It's very clear.
Their defense is, it's crazy what having good FPS can do for you.
Okay, here's the thing about good FPS. The only thing that good FPS does for you, honestly, is, let's just say if you have 250 FPS compared to a guy who is having 60 FPS, if both of you shoot at each other at the same time, obviously the guy with the higher FPS would kill you first because, he is a little bit faster. That's the only advantage that you have in FPS. Getting high FPS doesn't make you an aimbot god, right? You cannot magically suddenly hear everything, see everything, X-ray everything. It's impossible. This guy does not know anything about fucking FPS games. He doesn't know anything about competitive level shooters. He is just a rando who wants to show or wants to find a way to get big in the streaming space through FPS games, and unfortunately is on Battlefield 6. And we already know that there are hacks being sold of Battlefield 6 on, I think was it day one, that apparently hacks were being sold already for Battlefield 6 on day one. If I'm not mistaken, or was it like a week or so? It's insane, you know. This is such a big oof moment.
Is that right, Riley?
Nope.
Having a great gaming chair and good FPS can allow you to snap back 180 degrees and then trace an opponent through a wall. 8 shots before you realize, oh, your bullets aren't hitting, and then you go, oh, oopsie doodly.
Nah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yep.
Without a doubt.
Oh, man, I don't know about that. Well, good news is this person got ripped to shreds by yours truly.
Yep.
Grown man pretending to be a little girl. Cheating in an open beta while denying it in every post. So fucking gay, brother. Get a fucking grip. Absolutely bodied their ass with 42,000 likes, to which they said a Tectone hater classic, a Hassan dicksucker classic. What your dad do again, by the way? Which, by the way, I DM them my dad's personal number. If they ever want to talk to them and find out, they can talk to him. I don't know what that's got to do with me. Let me tell you, absolutely nothing. Feel free to go hang out his house and find out if you want to see what he did. I got no idea. I'm not the guy. You're bringing it up for no reason. So I respond, obviously.
Here is how this Riley person can redeem themselves, right? They can get on a game of Battlefield 6. They can show a camera of their screen, their hands. If they don't want to show their faces, it's fine, because I know this person's using a VTuber avatar. That means he doesn't want to show his face. He could just wear a mask, cover up his face, but show us a camera of his keyboard, his mouse, and his screen, and show us those amazing flicks that he usually does. Then, if he can show us that he really does it without any issues, without pedals, without all that garbage, then in this case, I would literally bow down and say, I'm sorry, you are very good at the game. But if you cannot do that, which I probably won't be able to do, then maybe if you want to hack, you should learn how to hack properly. I don't know. Or maybe just, you know, fuck it. Don't hack at the game. Just get good at the game. It's not that hard, you know, learning to aim the game. Just, you know, do some Kovacs, aim training, you know, stuff like that. It's very easy to get good, have good sound and stuff like that. And maybe you could, you know, grow an audience genuinely without having to hack the game. Simple. Let's just say he got away with this, and then, you know, he got big, you know, he got thousands of views, blah, blah, blah. And then he got invited out by Activision and stuff, but he's never going to go, obviously. But, you know, imagine if one day he goes for a Twitch Rivals or something like that requires you to show your mouse, your keyboard and stuff like that, and he sucks at the game. It will be worse. The downfall would be even worse. But yeah, I mean, just don't hack. Admit that you're not very good at the game. Get fucking good. And then people will watch you genuinely because you're good at the game. Simple, right?
You are a grown man pretending to be a child Catgirl. You use an aimbot and
Also, I would also agree. Tectone called him out for cheating, which he is. He's a big fat cheater. And what's this? Yo, what's your dad doing again? Like, what does this have to do with his dad? He's talking about an FPS game, and all of a sudden he's like saying, oh, by the way, you're a hacker. Oh, by the way, your mom.
Because you can't hack it as a real streamer. You will be in the unemployment line in 6 months if you're not there already.
Yeah.
To which we quintuple ratio their ass. 1.3 thousand likes to 8.4 thousand. We absolutely this grown man pretending to be a child on the internet, which felt absolutely delicious. And don't worry, I was not alone in this regard. There was more. Blatant obvious cheating. Cheating below 720p is impressive. I must say my eyes were screaming at these videos. Single frame flick, definitely not botting. Aimbot, another cheater. You can see the aimbot at 13 seconds. Nice aimbot. We need to ban players who use Adderall as performance-enhancing drugs. Explain the turnaround in 10 to 15. But hello, please ban this for using aimbot, please. And don't worry, there's a very funny ending. Another person says, are we fucking serious right now? Motherfucker flicks to a guy behind a wall. Then the exact second that guy drops as his gun being lowered, it locks that guy that was right next to him and even hits him all within a frame. You got me fucked up if you think this retard is legit.
Yep.
Another person, obvious aimbot at 13 seconds. Haha, I'm a cute Catgirl. 30-year-old man talks. Many such cases. Yeah. Yeah. Cute anime VTuber talks. 50-year-old man voice is heard from behind it. Yep. Many such cases. It is.
Look, I'm not going to make fun of people who are, you know, probably like 30, 40 years old behind a Catgirl avatar. You know, I mean, look, if you want to do that, I get it. You know, they're trying to be different, they're trying to be content driven. But the moment you start doing stuff like hacking in a game and saying that you're just good, you know, and you want to do something stupid like this and people call you out, you know, and, you know, when people start bringing in the whole cat, you're a 30-year-old, at this point, maybe you just shut the fuck up, you know, and just maybe just admit that you made a mistake. Maybe just shut down this entire thing and restart all over again, I guess. That's the only way. There's no other way.
Embarrassing.
He's just cooked.
Imagine
He's
using
done.
aimbot
He's done.
and calling yourself a good player. Guys, in every single
He's done.
post.
Yep.
In every single post, I want you to read this. Not cheating. Not cheating. Not cheating, by the way. So cute. So kawaii. Not cheating. Very cute. Not cheating. Not cheating. Nope. Not cheating. Where? Not cheating. Don't use Adderall. Look at my mini map. There are actual real people for cheating. Not cheating. Girl, not cheating. Lol. Hilarious. Well, guys, Twitch scored their first W in a very long time.
I'm pretty sure you got get banned.
The viral Battlefield 6 Catgirl streamer was banned on Twitch after their hand cam stream. Yep. The motherfucker got caught cheating and Twitch banned their ass.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For the first time, Twitch has actually got a W. Yeah, they should absolutely ban this guy because it's in their TOS that you should not be hacking and cheating whatever in games, and you know that was malicious intent, obviously. Look, if I was this guy, the first thing I would honestly do if I was not cheating was to show, like I said, gameplay with my screen on, with my hand cam on. It doesn't need to be live, you just need to record it. Show them a 10-minute gameplay with everything up on screen, showing that you're a fucking god gamer. Then that would be my next step, instead of replying to every single person with that stupid not cheating kawaii face or whatever the fuck he was trying to do. That is not gonna help your situation. You know you're caught. I'm pretty sure this person knows it already, that they're caught, they're cooked. So all they can do is just, you know, trigger people more. And sometimes I feel like this was a tactic. This person probably did this on purpose so that they could go viral in a different way, not in a good way, but you know, the rage bait way. I feel this is all just performative, you know, like they just know they're cooked, so they're just gonna milk this as much as possible, get people to talk about them. And you know, a lot of people are talking about them, but not in the way that, you know, would help you grow. I think at this point you're just seen as the scumbag fake Catgirl 30-year-old hacker who's probably unemployed. I guess that's what everyone says nowadays, you know. This is not a good way to farm likes and whatever, or rage bait. And you know, I think there's also people out there who's defending this person. And that's the crazy part. Because I can fucking guarantee this 100% this guy's hacking.